I'm Erica Bird, and you're watching Dice Squad with
Ken Hodkinson.
And we're telling you this is the place to come to get all your latest game reviews and fun for getting your game on.
There you go. Game on.
All right.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Dice Squad. My name is Marshall Dice, known as Adam Campbell.
General Dice, Todd Evangelista.
And this is the only show that isn't another superhero reboot.
Yes.
Yes, we are back from our hiatus.
Right.
We are rested and ready to go. We are back to our normal episodes. We've had a few convention appearances.
Lots of interviews
Lots
by
of interviews.
you. That's
We've
right.
had some great, we talked about some Kickstarters, some post-wrap-up, but now we are back. And General, what are we
Right.
talking about today?
Well, we're both comic book fans. That's why we do our show out of your parents' basement. That's right.
Correct.
And we are going to talk about the DC Deckbuilder game. It's by Cryptozoic and was designed by I don't know who. And so, but we want to mention that.
Right.
There was a designer to the game.
Wasn't Cryptozoic, or no, I'm sorry, that was IDW.
IDW did Machikoro.
Machikoro, that's
which
right.
we loved. And this one, I made fun of this game a lot because if you start to think about it, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But then I actually played it, and I loved it. So let me show you how to play the game.
I was thinking you were building up to something like...
Wait. We first have to tell you who we are. You get to play a character. I'm the Flash. Who are you, Marshall?
I'm Batman.
You are?
That's right.
I have found out the secret identity of Batman. So what we have is, much like many deck builders, we're going to start with the same cards. We shuffle them up, and we draw half of them. So we start with 10 cards in our deck. We draw half the cards, that's 5 cards, and we see what we get. In our deck, we're both starting with 7 punches and 3 vulnerabilities. Now, throughout the game, we're going to be fighting villains and getting heroes to work with us and establishing bases and gathering equipment.
And superpowers.
And superpowers. And then we're going to put those in our deck. And the goal of the game is for the person who has the best deck is going to be the winner.
Or the most victory points.
And the most victory points is how you determine who has the best deck. All right. So we'll do a typical turn. Now, I'm the Flash, so the Flash always goes first. So I see that I have a vulnerability. This means power 0. It's a horrible card to have in your hand, but you always start with 3 of them. Now, I have 4 punches. That gives me 4 power. We have a marketplace where we can have things that we buy. Ultimately, we have to face off against these super villains. There's 12 super villains in this deck. For a shorter game, you can play 8, 9, whatever. And we always start with Ra's al Ghul. Yes, that is how you pronounce it.
And Ra's al Ghul is from who?
From the Batman. And he was started in the 70s and has been around a lot. And one of the cool things they have is the cards try and mimic the powers of the people that they are portraying. So, for instance, Ra's al Ghul has a power that when he's in your deck, he always goes to the bottom of your deck, almost like he's resurrected again and again. In any case, we throw those around. So he's at the top of the villain deck. I have 4 power. I look at what is available.
Now, your punches are kind of like your money, correct?
Yes, it creates a power. Your power allows you to buy stuff. On every card, you have a number. That's the cost of the card. So the Riddler, 3 power will defeat him, and then you'll put him in your discard deck. Eventually, he's going to get shuffled back in, and he's going to be part of your fighting. So that's what doesn't make sense. Why does the Flash team up with the Riddler? Yeah, there's all kinds of speculation on why that works. Just, it's 3 points. You buy the card. You use the card.
But General, it could. But branching off that, it could be the ultimate thing. Maybe the Riddler and the Flash team up. The ultimate superhero comic book crossover.
And our goal is to beat Batman.
Right. So the Flash versus Batman. It's your typical who would win in a fight.
As soon as Flash gets some heat vision, yes, things don't always make sense. But the Riddler, you may pay 3 power. If you do, gain the top card of the main deck. Use this ability any number of times this turn. So what you're doing with the Riddler is you're getting a mystery card. See, he's the Riddler, a mystery. So I like the Riddler, but if I could get the Lasso of Truth and maybe something else that might be better. I also have the Fastest Man Alive. He would work very well with my power. Now every character has a power. My power is when a card tells me to draw a card, I get to draw an extra card. Of course, I can only use this on my turn and 1 time per turn. What's your power there, Batman?
I get +1 power for each equipment I played during my turn.
So the Batman is going to want this Lasso of Truth because it's a piece of equipment. Maybe I should buy that and take it away from him. The other stuff that's out here is great too. Heat Vision, can't afford it. The Watchtower, yes, that would be very good for me because anytime I play a hero, I get to draw a card that goes right with my power.
Now, General, as you talked about with the Fastest Man Alive, it kind of looks like the Flash, even though you have...
That's right. That's why it's called the Fastest Man Alive card, not the Flash card, because there's already somebody playing the Flash. So you are getting the Fastest Man Alive, and with the Flash, that works great because who's behind that mask? Well, Wally West. I mean Barry Allen. I mean Jay Garrick. Max Mercury.
Well, if you know your CW Flash.
Yeah, or have read the comic books as I have. So this one costs 5. I can't afford it. So I can either get a Lasso of Truth, which is nice because Wonder Woman's Lasso of Truth has a defense. If anyone attacks you, you can discard this card and stop the attack. And then you get to draw a card. You just discard it and you get a, but the Riddler, and always you can buy a kick. That's 3 points. So
it kind of has this. To me, General, it kind of has the same kind of mechanics as Star Realms.
It is very similar to Star Realms, but again, deck builders have an innate similarity. So I have purchased the Lasso of Truth. I have 2 points left. I can't buy anything else out there. We put out another card, which is going to be the Suicide Squad. And I draw back up to 5 cards, and it is your turn, Batman.
All right. Well, and before we do that, rewind a little bit.
Okay.
So if we put this card away, does that mean when you buy that, you bought what, the Lasso of Truth?
I bought the Lasso of Truth.
Do you replace that card, or do you leave?
No. Just like in Star Realms, you would replace it. In this one, you leave it empty because, of course, even though I'm the Flash and one of my benefits is that I get to go first, being able to see too many cards, it's just too big of a benefit, and we want to keep it close.
Gotcha. Okay.
So now you get to see the Suicide Squad, and let's see how many you have. You have 4 punches. You could buy the Suicide Squad or the Riddler.
I'm going to buy the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it's a good one because not only does it give you some power, if you at the end of the game, they have a little star in their victory point area. You get points for every Suicide Squad you have in your deck. So if you have 2, each one's worth 2, that's 4 points. You have 3, that's 9 points. And I would deserve to lose if I let you have 4 Suicide Squads. This is your discard. You put her in the discard. You've gained that card, but you don't get to use it again until that's reshuffled. So let's play a couple more rounds. Ooh, Nth Metal from Hawkman and from the planet Thanagar. And that's 3. Let's see how many points I have. I have 2 vulnerabilities, and 3 punches. That's just enough to buy an nth metal. I will take it. Why? Because not only does it give me +1 power to buy more cards, it allows me to destroy cards that are in my deck, making my deck leaner and meaner and more formidable. All right, that ends my turn. You get to see Supergirl. She allows you to put kicks in your card in your deck, which is a superpower and only costs 3, but you would get them for free.
All right. Well, for me, I don't see anything out here because I have 2 vulnerabilities. And I only have...
you got 3 points. So
I'm going to buy the Riddler.
You can buy the Riddler. That's a good one. And then next time you have 3 points, you can say, okay, well, I'll use the Riddler to buy the top card, and then maybe it'll be the Scarecrow. The Scarecrow is a very powerful card because every time it comes out, I get attacked with his weakness Toxic Cloud, and I will have to put a weakness in my hand. The weakness not only does nothing for you, +0 power, it also gives you -1 victory points. You definitely don't want those in your hand. But I pull 5 cards, and let's see what I get. Now I've shuffled my deck with one hand, which was difficult, and now I see what I get. Oh no, I got 4 punches and 1 vulnerability. So that's 4 points. Supergirl, I gotta have you. All right, she's going to be giving me some kicks next time she goes in. All right, your turn there, General, or
right.
Marshal.
Can you go ahead and flip that card over for me?
Yeah, let's see what you get. Super speed, super power. I want that one.
All right, well,
It's only
I'm
3
going
points,
to
too.
pay 5 because the Riddler, I'm not going to use his ability. I'm just going to give him +1. I'm going to pay 5. I'm going to get the Scarecrow.
Oh.
Fear.
Fear is right. Okay. Now remember, if you get some, equipment, you get +1. Now I have my nth metal, so it allows me to look at the top card of my deck, which is of course the Lasso of Truth, and I do not want to destroy that because I've drawn all my vulnerabilities, which I want to get rid of. But it gives me +1, and I have 2 punches. That's 3. And I get to look at another card, which is Aquaman's Trident, which allows you to, anything you gain this turn, you can put it on top of your deck and draw it next. But I'm going to take super speed because I'm the fastest man alive. And it allows me not only to draw a card, but also to defend against your Scarecrow attacks.
All right. Well, I have 3 vulnerabilities. Kryptonite, never good. But I have my Suicide Squad and a punch, which makes 3. So if I can get another card there, General.
Oh, yes, absolutely. There you go. Oh, Robin.
Oh.
Robin is excellent because Robin not only gives you the +1 power, but you get to put an equipment card from your discard pile into your hand.
Oh.
Well,
I'm gonna wait for Robin, the boy wonder there, and I'm gonna get Aquaman's Trident kits and equipment.
That's good because that'll give you +1. And we get the Penguin out next. And I have the Lasso of Truth. I get Supergirl, and I get nth metal. Nth metal, my card is a vulnerability. Take that, vulnerability. You're destroyed. And is no longer in my deck, and I don't have to worry about that card anymore. I don't need a defense, and Supergirl puts a kick into my hand, which is great.
Now, General, what are those green cards that say weakness?
Yeah, you don't want those, but your Scarecrow is going to try and put them into my deck. Not only does it clog my hand with stuff that does nothing, at the end of the game, it's going to give me -1. I don't want that to happen. But look at all the power I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 power. Oh,
You can get heat vision.
I want that heat vision. I want the fastest man alive. But what I'm going to take is the Watchtower, because whenever I play a hero, I get to draw a card, and that's going to play right into the Flash's power. All right.
All right. Well, I have a vulnerability, but I have 4 here. Go ahead and flip over a card there,
Let's
General.
see your next card. Ooh, it's Super Strength. Super Strength costs 7, but plus 5 power. 1 card. And Taken Robin.
As Batman, you always need a Boy Wonder.
And it combos very well with the Bat Signal. Just FYI, if we see it, I get to see a new card. And it's Kid Flash.
All
Ooh, I
right.
like Kid Flash.
Let's make this our last turn there, General.
All right. Well, I finally get to use my power.
All right.
I get to draw a card. That's an extra card that I get to draw because I have super speed, and Flash gets an extra plus 1. 2 vulnerabilities. Don't like them. Throw them away. And Flash doesn't give me any pluses to buy stuff, so I got 4 punches here. Well, I'm definitely going to buy 2 for Kid Flash, and I'm going to leave the rest of them alone. Okay, go ahead there, Marshall.
All right. Well, I'm going to use my Riddler power. Well, no. Maybe not. Next, scratch that. Sorry about that.
Wait. Let's see what's the new one.
Oh, that's right.
See what it's the Batmobile.
Oh, done. I'm going to go 2 for the Batmobile.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm Batman. I need the Batmobile.
And it's equipment, so it's
That's
good.
true. And I have 3. I'm also going to get the Penguin.
Mm-hmm. Hey, and the Riddler doesn't have any attacks. Let's do one more. I think I got you now. Got you on the ropes. My super speed is going to come into play here. I get a vulnerability, get rid of that. But look, you took 2 cards. I get to see 2 cards. We got John Johns, the Martian Manhunter, and we got Gorilla Grodd. Now, of course, if you don't know comic books like we do, you may be wondering what we're talking about. Good for you. All right. So, I get to draw a card.
Or
and
if you want to know about Gorilla Grodd, check out CW's The Flash.
I get to draw an extra card for that one. Then Kid Flash is a hero, so I get to draw a card. Kid Flash says, draw a card. So I got tons of cards out here. Most of them do not give me pluses. So I've got 6 points. 6 points. Oh, I want that heat vision. But I've got to have me some fastest man alive. All right. Boom. Pizarro. Oh, no. Okay.
All right. Well,
So
I
you
have
got that
2
attack coming?
vulnerabilities. I have Aquaman's Trident.
Well, first do your attack from the Scarecrow.
All right. So I have plus 2 power, so you're going to gain a weakness.
But I have Wonder Woman's Lasso of Truth. It allows me to defend and not take that weakness and draw a new card.
Well, that's fine, but I still gain plus 2 power.
You do.
And I also have Aquaman's Trident. It's going to be plus 2 power.
All right, that's 4.
And I also have 1 more, which makes it a 5.
5. And then this card that you buy is going to go right to the top of your deck
That
because of the Trident.
That is correct. And also Batman's power.
Oh, yeah, that's right. 6.
Makes it a 6. That is correct. So instead of Gorilla Grodd, I'm going to get the Martian Manhunter.
Foregoing the heat vision. All right. So now that gives you a flavor of the game, how it's played. We forgot to mention that when I bought the Watchtower, it stays out the whole time. And anytime I play a hero, I get to activate its power. And as you can see, very similar to Star Realms, that's like an outpost. But again, different company, different games, slightly variation. What I like about it, very simple, very easy, gives you the flavor of the superheroes. The art is excellent.
Well, a lot of it's based on comic books.
Right. And I also have right here
I was actually going to talk. I was going to ask you about
Heroes
this.
United. This is the base game, Heroes United. You can play either or. You can play Heroes United as your first one you buy. You can use it as a base game, or you can mix them all together and play with 10 people. Who knows? 10 people.
You could have Nightwing versus Bizarro. You could have
Do you like Booster Gold? He's in there.
Red Tornado.
All the lanterns are in there.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's cool.
Every color lantern, and so whichever one you would like, or you want to buy them all, mix them together. They also have, you can play the villains instead. Very, very simple game, and it has a lot of support from the company, so we are liking it. All right, so
General, any thoughts or critiques about this game? I know we talked about the positives, but anything negative?
I'm not sure. I like that if you need more cards, you got to buy an extra set, which will give you a lot of variation. Sometimes like Booster Gold, for instance, he gets a +1 whenever you play a defensive power, but there's not that much defense in Heroes United. I almost think if you mixed them together, you would want a bigger marketplace. And sometimes, for instance, if you start with, you're only getting 4 points, 3 points at the start of the game, and all the cards that you have to buy are 6s and 7s. You're stuck buying kick after kick after kick, and sometimes you can't even afford that.
Sometimes you keep kicking, you can't keep kicking.
You can't do it. And so I think here we had a very balanced game, but sometimes it does come out unbalanced. I think some homebrew might help that. I think everybody, if you play the game, experiment with it, play it how you want, I think you'll enjoy it. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, I forgot for a second there, folks. It's 1 to 10, and 10 being the best, and 1 being don't even get in my house. Don't even come in my house for a 1. Now, what would you rate this as?
Oh, would I rate that? Well,
Yeah.
normally I ask you first, but all right.
Yeah.
For me, well, this was I've played this a few times.
Yeah. Yeah. We're just
I
getting
would
started.
say,
And you haven't played the Heroes United
I have
at
not
all.
played Heroes
And
United.
I only played that one time.
And I
I've
like
played
the fact that
base
there's Red
game.
Tornado and Nightwing
Right.
and Batgirl.
Yeah.
I would say, because this reminds me a lot, it has the same kind of mechanics as Star Realms. Now, if you were to introduce me this first, and then I would say, well, let's have the same as DC Heroes.
Yeah.
I would give this a 7. 7 out of 10.
See, now I would say I like that you get to pick, or you deal randomly. You get to have a starting power, a starting hero. I almost want that to be added to Star Realms. That you would have a power that I didn't have, and then I would have a power that you didn't have, and then you could pick 8 different cards. And, I'm this base and you're that base. I almost wish they had something like that just to start you out and keep you going. I'm gonna give this one. I think I gave Star Realms a 10. I'm gonna go with a 9 on this one, and this I could be maybe talked into 9.5, but I really like this one. I wish it made a little bit more sense when you think about it. Like Star Realms, we're like, I'm building a thing. I'm going to attack you. And this one, you don't attack each other. The only interaction is at the end when you add up your points. And I just really like it, though, because it's so simple. And break it out, play a game. It's just so easy. And so I'm going to give it a 9, a solid 9. I could be talking to 9.5. As we add more things, I might change.
That's really odd. You normally don't give games high values.
Yeah,
Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm back from hiatus and I'm feeling good. So yeah, I just really like. I get into the theme a lot. I think that's good. And I like it that you could get rid of your vulnerabilities and people
those
give
actually
you
those reminded me
weaknesses.
kind of like the scouts in Star Realms.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're trying to, they clog your deck after a while. You gotta get rid of them.
And I wish they would add, maybe Star Realms. You could add this too, this weakness idea of it gives you -1 at the end of the game or -1, something like that. I think those are really quite good, and you really want to get rid of them. The only thing is with that weakness thing, I think the red faction would become too powerful in Star Realms. So anyway, how about some strategies for playing this game? What do you think?
Well, in the last 2 times you beat me, so
Well,
you're
I
the
played
strategy
more.
man on this one.
All right,
My tactic is always get whatever works or get whatever's available that you haven't bought already.
Right. I would say number one strategy, get the villains. Kill these big guys because they're worth a lot more points than just regular cards.
Well, and you get special abilities.
And you get special abilities, you can use them, and they're more powerful than regular cards. Now, when you do that, however, you should be prepared because the next guy is going to have an attack, and that attack is going to harm you. Lex Luthor, give you a weakness for every villain in the lineup. Boy, we'd have gotten 2 weaknesses. Brainiac, or Joker, you mess around with your cards and things like that. But you've got to get these guys and get them as fast as possible. Secondly, get your deck lean and mean. So Nth Metal, Heat Vision allow you to destroy cards. Get those bad cards out of there. And also, Lasso of Truth, Blue Beetle. You want these cards because they defend. You get those cards in there, and you know that the next guy's going to attack. If you have a lot of defense cards, you can protect yourself. So, the goal, get rid of weaknesses, get big point cards. And never leave points on the table. If you can, if you get a chance between a 5 card and a 4 card, unless it plays into your superhero, forget it. Buy the 5. Don't leave points just wasting away.
Short, sweet, to
yeah.
the point.
All right. So that's this one. I think we both like it.
Absolutely. Be
I
sure
like
to
it better
pick it
than
up.
you, but yeah. And get them all. Buy them all.
I think what the general's trying to say is, but from all of us here at Dice Squad, we will see you next time here on Dice Squad. But I am Marshall Dice, known as Adam Campbell.
Todd Evangelista, General Dice.
And we'll see you next time. Later.